So today, I want to get our food supply sorted. This is a very limited supply of golden carrots, and there's better food from Farmer's Delight. But I really don't think I did enough on the moon. And wouldn't it be cool to not only say that I landed on the moon, but grew crops on it? So I want to see if I can grow everything required for vegetable noodles on the moon. Moon noodles. And in order to help out with that, I have gone and taken everything from our old storage and moved it to QIO. We have a ton of space remaining, not a lot of types remaining. But worst of all, we've kind of lost access to these guys. There's just no external storage. So I'm thinking we make an entirely new QIO drive and hook it up to our system in order to import all the thousands of resources behind us. It's a tad expensive, but I've been AFKing our polonium for a little bit, so maybe it won't be so bad. I did forget I do need an entire stack of ultimate control circuits, huh? You know what? Maybe we'll just stick to manually grabbing a bunch of items. It'll suck not to have, like, constant access to this stuff, but maybe this is just more sustainable. Really sucks that QIO doesn't have external storage. But that aside, let's prepare for the moon. Now, why am I grabbing crafters for the moon? Well, now that we have a huge amount of power generating from our nuclear reactor, nearly 70,000 FE per tick, we can afford to run quite a few of these electric motors. And what that essentially means is we have portable stress units. Pretty much the way it works is we slap down an electric motor and then a flux plug attached to it. And there we go, we just have a generator right here. Even at 256, our energy is not gonna blanket 480 FE a tick. So basically, this is just one permanent arm of a steam engine, pretty much for free, anywhere we want it. The last thing we need to prepare before going to the moon is this compost stuff, which it looks like we need straw for. I don't have a lot of stuff that makes straw. Now, I can crush up the rice to get straw. I guess I could just go back to growing rice for a bit. I certainly have enough. I'm pretty sure these guys will turn into something called rich soil if I put them near water. So if I just fill this here with the organic compost, it'll decay over time. That's what it says here. Sunlight, water, and then adjacent activators. Do I have any podzol? No. Mushrooms? Oh, I have mushrooms. Okay. That'll speed this process up, I think. While that's going, we need to find a few other seeds. We need cabbage seeds. We have carrot, but let's do not just 2 carrots in here. Let's see, what do I got? I do have cabbage, which you have to duplicate. Carrots, of course. Does require wheat. Why not some tomatoes for fun? We also need some way to heat a blaze burner, actually. Oh, you know what? I could use the wheat seeds for that. Hello? Well, I suppose if we're gonna play the waiting game, we may as well play it productively. Whoa, check out this blinged out spider jockey. Oh, I want to keep him. Hold on, I want to keep him. This guy should be the manager of the power plant. Absolutely. Hold on, I gotta get a name tag. Do I have a name tag? Yes! This is important Create Mod content. The skeleton will be Bonesy, and the spider will be Silk. And then I gotta lead them into the management side of the building. Come on, get on in here. Or maybe I could lead them. Should I lead them? Where are you guys going? Oh, you can't put leads on these guys? Ugh. Pathfind to me. Come on, come on, you want me. You want me. Ugh. Oh, yes. We captured him! Bonesy and Silk, they're best friends forever. And they do a great job at managing this place. I've been here for a bit, and it looks like this is gonna be a really lengthy process. So maybe we head back to the moon and get out of this rain and start building something. After all, we're gonna need a factory up there before we can do anything. You know, I also don't need this beacon beam anymore. Get out of here. Save you for later. I think I want to make myself another oxygen loader to have on the moon. Just feels like a nice little safety feature. And I've got to say, I think a rainy takeoff is going to be quite cinematic. Leaving the world behind in style. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. And back again. Dome, sweet dome. I am very pleased I figured out how to get this thing working. And let's get the oxygen loader right behind it. Like that. Perfect. And feed it some power. Beautiful. Okay, that's gonna generate. That's got oxygen. We're safe. Internal missions. External missions. I'm covered. Speaking of covered, first order of business is this ground, which is just covered in sand, and I don't want it to be. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, when I think of space station, I think of smooth quartz. This guy wishes he could have such a luxury house like mine. But now it's time to start building the alternative wings, and I think this one is gonna go and become our Create workshop. And I'm curious how steel plating would look for a hallway connection to shake up the colors. Big hole. I forgot about that, but I do think this does look pretty swanky. I think an iron sliding door might look cool for a workshop connection here. And then for robustness, we'll do it like an airlock system, where we're gonna have 2 access points here. It's just occurred to me these doors are gonna block the oxygen distributor. So maybe we just leave them open in normal use, but they have the ability to be closed in case of a leak or something. We wouldn't want one of those movies to happen where suddenly the airlock is broken and now all the air is seeping out. That would suck. Why is it oxygenated out here? This door's shut. Is there a leak somewhere? Oh, never mind. Okay, it just ticked over. Weird. I also like the idea of this area back here being used as kind of like a spare armor suit area. So as we explore and find more spacesuit pieces, they can go here. I think I have a really cool idea for the workshop room because it doesn't have to be very big at all. Oh no, I don't have any of my sugar cane on me. Kind of need that to make maps out of. I think you guys can see where I'm going with this. Although, actually, hold on. Maybe it would look cooler. Oh, that does look cooler. Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm gonna start with giving this an old reliable dome shape. The zero gravity gets really annoying when you have to go up a 1 block difference. I'm glad that double jump doesn't work with it. I wish there was like iron boots you could put on or something. Well, okay, you can put on iron boots, but they don't make you sink any faster. That's looking pretty dome-like. Okay, the shape was wonky, so I fixed it, and I like this casing wall I have here. In fact, maybe that's where we put our Create stuff, because we don't really need that much. Like, it's good to have a place to press. It might be cute to put a little decal here to indicate this is like a cooking thing. Oh, the only issue, though, is having downwards facing lava is going to be a problem. And maybe we do our encased fans here, and then using frame trap doors, we should be able to get an interesting looking shape here. Now we have washing on this side, blasting on this side, and we could even protect our flooring by adding a little bit of a desh plating on the bottom. For lighting, I could put one of these lamps up here. They actually have a really cool ability of just keeping their, well, I was trying to say, they keep their power even when unpowered. Pretty sick. And we can do something kind of cute here with gearboxes and encased shafts. And that means we can power everything from the outside to get this really steampunky look on the inside. Yeah, I love that. And now I've got the bulk washing and blasting setups. Well, I want to get this project started, and hopefully our crops are done. So I guess it's time for return trip number 1. I have to do this so frequently. Ooh, yeah, that's looking good. Oh, perfect. And colonies is exactly what we wanted. I am curious if harvesters work on colonies, though. That was interesting. It didn't replant it, did it? Oh, wait, probably because it put it back down on top of it. Hold on, redo. I should also make this sticky. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't just break it by putting itself down on top of it. Okay, yeah, it looks like it works with the mushroom colonies. Sick! Tomatoes, cabbages, oh, it's lovely. Well, I may as well get some more mushrooms started on colonizing. Oh, that happens like immediately. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, come on. Home invasion, really? Got over a stack of rich soil to work with. Hopefully should be enough, so I say we head off. Ooh, I should put this on. Back to the moon. We're gonna need a pretty flat space to work with here, so I'm gonna fill in some of the sand. This isn't terraforming, is it? This is luniforming. So I have this vision, right? I guess I can mark some stuff out with cobblestone. We'll have ourselves like the assembly facility, and then there are 5 ingredients needed for this that we could have kind of surrounding the assembly facility. Although, hold on, actually, they have to be right next to it. Or not next to it, but like not diagonal. What's the word for that? Straight. They have to be straight away from this. So I could have the assembly facility like this, and then these holes are openings where I'm going to run belt lines into them, because what a great use for belt lines. And then somewhere like here, we'll have like manufacturing pods for the crops, like growth pods. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, well, I guess I got to get to work then, don't I? You know, can my oxygen loader actually support all 5,000 blocks? Oh, yeah. That's no problem. Thought I'd have to worry about that more. I never picked up sugarcane down there. Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Okay, I'm not that dumb. Never doubted myself for a second. I think I'm gonna go for our standard design here with glass top and then iron plating trim, and then use like an excessive amount of mechanical arms and it'll look really cool. Get out of here, dude. But I think using an excessive amount of mechanical arms will look really cool in here. Or you know what, maybe I go with more a boxy design than a domey design. Yeah. Okay, ideas. You see, it's simple but industrial. I kind of like it. I feel like it has that space theme to it. Not a fan of how that cuts off, though. Maybe I do fill in these corners then. Yeah, that is nicer. But I like how industrial that looks. It's a box, but it's got purpose. Or maybe I'm just a bad builder. We'll find out. Next thing is I know I want belts to be running in this thing. Now, of course, we have the issue that these are just open faces to the outside world and we're leaking oxygen. But if I use andesite tunnels, I think that will count as a full block space and they become this really cool looking like decorative element. I think that's sick. Of course, the real question is whether or not this stuff actually counts as a block that will save us from suffocating. Or, well, I guess not suffocating, but leaking. And I guess the best way to test it is to open these guys up and let this thing propagate. And there's actually a feature, if I click show, it will explode bubbles out to everywhere that the oxygen is reaching, which is really cool. I am getting oxygen. Yeah, that's an issue. Aw, these guys don't count as blocks. That sucks. But I think I have an idea. It might even look cooler. Barrels go here, and we should see on the next oxygen tick, yes, it's only filling up that. And now we take brass funnels, and we can kiss them. Yes! Oh, they'd even updates that? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I knew this was a good idea. I am the coolest. So now the actual growing pods. I just realized this is a 2-block center. I'm gonna push it out by a block. Is building meant to be putting some blocks down and then tearing it out because you don't like it anymore? Because if so, I am doing it right. There we go. Okay, that looks correct. The facility is now the right size. And we could add a little bit more these antenna. So this is kind of your standard crop farming circle, but it's a little big. Then again, this is a base outline for the growing tower is kind of a good size. But we do have to consider the way this needs to work. We do need belt access here. Something like a chute. Actually, you know what? Why don't we build the actual farm first? Figure out what we're doing here. So that's the kind of size farm we'll be able to fit inside this thing, which isn't too bad, honestly. Guess for this, we should probably use windmill bearings. They're going to be a lot more convenient. Do I have wool? No. String? Yes. Then we'll use sail blocks to make our lives better. Because if I'm not wrong, you can place down harvesters first, and then just attach them to whatever you want. Might have to glue these. Oh, they're not even considered connected, are they? Oh, they are connected. Oh, okay. That's not an issue. Can I glue a chest to a sail? I can, which means if I do something like this, this is a valid... Oh, no, really? Hold on, if I'm not wrong, you can actually still glue something to something after you've disconnected them. So if I do this, then break these guys, and add ourselves a sail, Mr. Portable Storage will still move around? Dang it, shoot. I'm recording this a lot earlier than I normally do. I think I might actually just be overcomplicating things. Because I'm pretty sure if I can glue a chest to this, that's a functional connection. I am EP, okay? Yeah, that works now, though. As far as hydrating the land goes, it actually shouldn't be too bad, because we should be able to waterlog water. Let's just make sure they're not being silly about things and that, like, this stuff won't hydrate because it's in the moon. No, it's hydrating. Can I plant seeds? Oh, no. Please tell me it's a lighting issue. So, I need to oxygenate this area. Why did I do this on the moon? Okay, hold on. Do trapdoors allow me to create, like, a sealed environment? Are we leaking oxygen? Okay, so that works. That works, actually. Okay. All right. Secret tunnels. So, actually, barrel tech goes away, but this time we encase it in glass trapdoors, and then this should channel our oxygen right on into here. After, of course, we finish building it. Before we can finish building it, I do want this thing to have 2 layers on it, so I'm gonna go build that up now. Now, technically speaking, I don't have to have these 2 outputs, but it's cooler that way. So we'll have this guy output the carrots, And this guy output tomato seeds as well as tomato. And that should give the impression of 2 separate outputs. For the build, I think I have a really cool idea. I want these to look like industrial space tech growing pods. So we have the actual growth pod, and then I have this middle section here that I've left out. That's because I'm going to take something called a tinkerer's table, bump that down. I want redstone lamps. And these guys we're going to turn into ornate white lamps. And if I'm not wrong, they will be... Oh, I thought they'd be sideways. No, can't they be sideways? No! Oh, only they're top face? That's stupid! I mean, vertical still works. Vertical still works. It's not as cool. Where? But this, I mean, that's pretty cool. They're not on, though. But that looks cool. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I could just craft up a ton of levers. Because, I mean, levers should not interfere with the functionality of this little farm here. That looks sick. Oh, that looks so cool. I was so right about that. And then maybe another layer on top? Yeah, and then cap it off. Absolutely. Although under the hood here, we actually are going to fake this cap off. Because we don't want to waste oxygen space. Alrighty, carrots on the top and tomatoes on the bottom. And then we'll fake cap this off. And I think since you're never really going to be up here, I might just use like deep slate slabs or something to cap this off. Looks still pretty clean and it's also really cheap. And we'll keep those guys down there from spawning, so that's pretty nice too. And I'm not going to lie, that looks actually so sick. That looks so cool. Oh, I'm proud of myself for that one. And now to do it literally all over again, but on that side. Although one thing I should check, do we have enough oxygen blocks? Oh, nice. We're not even using half. Beautiful. Oh, that's unfortunate, though. Well, it's a feature, not a bug, right? Oh, these are looking fantastic. They look so spacey, so industrial. I love them. Now, the last one we need is our mushrooms. And I think for that, we're going to do something a lot lower and a lot darker. I mean, mushrooms are earthy, small. They grow in the dark, you know? I think I still want it to have the same, like, footprint, but be way lower to the ground. Probably even like built into it, honestly. You know, I wonder if mushrooms are going to need oxygen to be placed down. Yeah, okay. The actual farm build is not going to look any different. I mean, mushrooms are mushrooms. Or mushrooms are crops. Nice, functional, very good. I don't want to have any of the industrial, like, floodlight look. But obviously, I don't just want a box or a sphere of this steel stuff. Though, could I get away with capping it? Yeah, right here. Look at that. I thought that these glowing steel pillars that I used over there really looked like a sterilization light. Like violet or ultraviolet light or something. I feel like I've seen light do purification. But it feels kind of like, you know, mushrooms need to exist in, like, a spory environment. So maybe these are, like, incubatory lights, or they're turned on to a different way. But also they just look cool and they give this build a little bit more flavor. I definitely get the feeling that this is one of those buildings that if you stood close enough to, it would kind of do that hum of like a microwave, you know? And that's exactly what I want from it. Let's hook this up to oxygen. Colonize my mushy rooms. Hey, it's harvesting the mushrooms before their colonies. Bad! Stop it! But they colonize so quickly. Wait, do I have to literally, like, I have to place them behind the machine so it doesn't pick them up before they colonize? Oh, man, they don't colonize that fast. What if I use, like, bone meal on them? Will they colonize quicker if I bone meal them? Oh, that sucks. Please, grow before they get you. No! Well, not every one of these spots has mushrooms on it, but honestly, it was taking a while and just sitting and watching. So I think I'm going to cap this off. The mushrooms harvest 5 at a time. It should be plenty. Ah, but this base looks so cool. I didn't put a funnel in there, did I? Oh, I did. Never mind. I'm better than I thought. And this room looks cool just sitting in it looking outwards. But there's more we have to do with it until it's done. Now we have ourselves a nice floor, and of course, all the belt connections are going to come into the room. It's going to look really nice if we just encase these guys, fill out the edges a little bit. And now we have 1 mechanical arms. We need 4 more, which I should be able to make. Yep, very nice. I think I want them like hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, that looks cool. Although just in case, I'll see what it looks like when they're on the ground. No, I don't like that as much. It's occurred to me I don't remember which one of these is which. All the more reason to start hooking it up to power. So we'll have the belts receive power through the floor, and then we can connect these guys with shaft connections, and then just drop some casings to make them look more uniform. Though I don't know why I had a casing over there. Luckily, I thought of this and made another motor. So let's get to some power genning, and we've got movement. Ooh, already a carrot. That's the only thing that's been harvested yet is a carrot? That doesn't make sense. Hold on, let's free cam. I don't usually do this. Oh, where are my crops? Where'd they go? Oh, I bet I know what happened. I bet while I was adjusting the scope of oxygen, it pulled oxygen out of these towers, froze the water inside of them, and then just pulled the crops out. So I need to time the placement of my crops so that the oxygen doesn't update in the middle of it. I hope I have enough seeds left after that. Yeah, I don't think 15 cabbage seeds is going to be enough for this. Nothing a little bit of Phytogrow couldn't help out with, though. Well, unless I can't reach them. Nothing a little Fleximagnet couldn't help with. Okay, I got this one done because I escaped right after the oxygen updated. Now to fix this guy, which I have enough carrots, and that might be enough tomatoes. Just have to break in after oxygen updates. Oh, wait a minute. I was also cutting off oxygen to the top, wasn't I? Yeah, that's no good, which I think I just did in that other area too. Okay, oxygen just updated, so I can pop out here. And if I'm not mistaken, if I go into free cam, the top layer is, yeah. Oh, wait, what? I left an opening here? Maybe it goes through the stairs. Well, it works. And my mushrooms are still here too. That's what's important. People have told me there's something called an airlock. I don't quite know how airlocks work. It looks like they're just another sliding door, but the oxygen did just update, so now's the time to try it. Ha! Does it just keep the air more steady? I mean, it looks great, so I'll leave it there. But I liked my dash door. Oh, now we're getting mushrooms. Now we're getting cabbages. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Oh, wait, there's rotten tomatoes in this. I did not know that. That's not good. My filter doesn't account for rotten ones. Means it will eventually fill up, and that would be dastardly. So for this, we're gonna need ourselves a mixer. I think if I place this here, every single one of these guys should have access to it. Now that I think about it, can a mechanical arm just deposit directly in? Oh, looks like it. Carrots don't need any processing. Mushrooms don't need any processing. And cabbages need processing. This will be wheat, which needs processing. And tomatoes. And we use our last blaze burner. He goes here and gets a cute hat. This might look like a straw, but it's a hat. So we actually want our cabbages to end up inside of here, but only the cabbages. So I actually need a brass funnel for this one, because we can double our cabbage yields by just mixing it, which is kind of cool. Another thing we really need to set up right now is the seeds depot, which I'd love to be able to put right here. But I don't know if that'll work. As long as a mechanical arm can target it from here, we should be okay, actually. I guess it doesn't have to be a depot, does it? Nah, it's gonna be a depot. Make our lives easier. Okay, so the seed depot will pop the seeds down here, and they'll go into the basin if they can. Otherwise, they get nullified. And of course, the basin is a press to make seed oil. The only thing I have to do is get a filter made. We'll be sending the rotten tomatoes down here, so this is just going to be a denialist filter, so they will always go to be nullified. And look at how he set it up. It'll be easy peasy to send this right up. And I'll even put a little casing there to make it look nice. That should be seed processing and blaze burner done. Does mean I need a filter on this. We also don't want that. Hold on, we don't want this guy auto outputting. And we need a filter. There we go. This filter will take in all of our seeds and, of course, the rotten tomato. So now I can set up the tomato depositor. Actually, I should probably put a funnel on this too. Last thing to deal with is wheat. We're going to be busting out the millstone for this guy. Here's a great fun fact I always love to show. Did you know you could power a millstone from the bottom? Now, this is actually one of the reasons I added slice and dice. We need this slicer block. It's going to be super helpful. And I'm going to use a diamond knife because it's nice. Pretty sure this is a depot thing? Slicer and boop. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Actually, I think I'm going to have this right here because it'll power the arm. It'll have the arm handle all this movement. So dough is what we want to go into there. This will have a washer underneath of it, and I should actually smooth out that wall. Yeah, this is looking exactly like I wanted it to, though. Very chaotic, very assembly. And we're getting dough. Oh, it's working so well. Guess once I hook all this up, we'll find out. Time for cogs, baby. This is either going to be a disaster or awesome. Oh my gosh, look at everything go. Hook these guys up. Whoa. Oh, it made the wrong thing. It's making the wrong thing. Ah, stop. It's almost right. Forgot it needs a bowl input here. Okay, now that it has a bowl, will it make the right thing? Yes. Okay, filter this. But hey, that works actually. That's so cool. I love it when I make something that actually functions. Now you're probably thinking, I forgot the bowls. No, I didn't. We're actually going to utilize our friend QIO for this. It might be sillily expensive, but we're going to export bowls from our network into that basin. I should be able to make ourselves an exporter. I could point that onto this guy, filter it for a bowl, and set it to our network, which will start putting bowls in this. Yes! And now, if I make ourselves an importer, accept vegetable noodles, our network, and it should pull it out. Yes! Oh, that's so cool! I love that I could just drop bowls in here, and it will reward me with noodles!